We're going to get just a little theological in this one. I want to know, what kind of Muslim is Ilhan Omar that she seems to get a pass for things that other Islamic women would have been stoned for? So yesterday the news broke that Ilhan Omar, that freshman congressman from the state of Minnesota, had left her husband, and she had actually wrecked the home of a Washington, D.C. political lobbyist and political hack. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of all of the names because, divorce and separation and affairs, that's all a personal matter, and I don't want to really delve into that, and I'm not TMZ. That's not what this is about. But it is an interesting question with regards to Ms. Omar and her so-called declaration of faith as a Muslim. We're talking about a religion, a belief system where women are most definitely second-class citizens. I mean, she wears her hijab. I still don't understand why the other Islamic member of Congress, why she doesn't wear one. But Ilhan, she wears it. She's got her head covered. She doesn't have her face covered. She does have her head covered. And this is all in deference to her religious beliefs. And yet, we have had allegations and accounts for months now that a few years ago, on paper, she was married to her brother to secure her immigration status here, and that's never really been settled in court. Now we're finding out that she has left her husband for the second time, and in divorce proceedings, the man that apparently she's having the affair with, that man's wife, a doctor, alleges that in April of 2019, that her husband confessed that he is in love with Ilhan Omar, he is engaged in an affair with her, and in April he left his wife and 13-year-old son to be with Ilhan Omar, who, by the way, is refusing to answer any questions on this. And again, okay, I'm not trying to turn this into a high moral tone of, this adultering woman, but she is part of a faith system that if women go out during the day unaccompanied, unchaperoned by proper members of the family, they can be put to death. We're talking about a barbaric system that takes women when they're prepubescent at the age of, say, 11 or 12 and perform operations on their female genitalia. How does she get to walk around, sleep around, divorce, live the infidel, progressive lifestyle of apparently open morality? Nothing is taboo, nothing is sin, except the fact that Jews are still alive. How does she get to do that? Has the Muslim community purposely turned a blind eye to this? Because after all, they got one of their own in Congress, and the damage and the problems that she can inflict inside is that cancels out anything in her own personal life, which would technically, in the Islamic faith, disqualify her from faith, thus making her an infidel. We understand that in that 4th century way of thinking that Muslim men can basically do whatever they want. They can commit all types of sexual sin and promiscuity, and that's okay. But not the women. Not the women. Why, Ilhan Omar couldn't even answer a simple question last week when asked about how Palestinians are persecuting anyone from the LGBT community and removing them from the West Bank. And when she was asked about that, she basically did one of her famous no answer answers. When she was pressed by members of Minnesota media at an event last night, hey, Ilhan, is it true? Have you left your husband? Are you with another guy who left his wife? And, she just picked up her stuff and left, refusing to answer any questions. How does this woman get herself elected? How does this woman have any support? And the fact that just a few days ago we caught this on video, Ilhan Omar, when she returned to Minnesota, was greeted by cheers. And there were all these other Islamic women standing there cheering on Ilhan as she got off the plane and entered into the terminal. Welcome home, welcome home. What an amazing. They just happened to know her flight schedule. And CNN and PMSNBC and the rest of the lying legacy corporate corrupt mainstream media just knew to be there with the cameras on because Ilhan, quote, might come through the airport today. The powers that be behind her, because she's a puppet, the puppet masters that control her, she is what she is. She is a Trojan horse. She is a plant, and I'm going to say this, by the enemy to put her inside to use our own system of government against us. This is why she is so sympathetic to Palestine, to ISIS, to Al-Qaeda, to anyone that is hell-bent on the destruction of America, and in particular adheres to that Islamic theocratic form of government where Allah shall reign supreme and all infidels must convert or die. And she's a plant placed there to purposely wreak havoc as a Trojan horse. And we're seeing this unfold before us, yet no one is really willing to step up and call her out on it. So, I'd like a simple question to anyone of the Islamic faith out there. How can she live in open immorality, by your own tenets of faith, and still be considered a good, faithful Muslim? We all know why. Because you really don't give a care about her faith as long as she looks the part, says the right things, which makes her just another corrupt politician. But this corrupt politician is hell-bent on the destruction of America and the American way of life. And that's it for this rant. Thank you again so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up and a like. I really do appreciate that. I do read your comments. Thank you for the encouraging words. Make sure you're a subscriber. If you're a new subscriber, thanks for subscribing and being part of the channel. And please smack the bell for my next rant.